I don't know how it feels to you, but I was thinking about your first start in Seattle, which is probably like 5 months ago at this point, and I'm just curious what this whole journey has sort of been like for you and sort of navigating the ups and downs of your rookie year and to be sitting here where you are now.
Yeah, I'm super happy with the way the year's gone. Learned a lot of things, a lot of valuable lessons and games that I didn't throw too well. I'm always trying to learn something from each start and taking it to the next one. And just being able to learn from Robbie and some of the older guys, it's been super great, valuable for my career. And we've been playing good baseball, so it's fun to see.
Chris in the middle.
Can you even just put into perspective, what does it mean to you as a baseball player to get to start in a playoff game? And do you remember watching the playoffs as a kid as well?
Yeah, I'm super excited, especially going up against the Astros. Just ready to compete, and yeah, dreamed about this as a kid, watching games. Honestly never thought it'd come true, but I'm glad I'm here and worked hard for it, so glad to gave me the ball for Game 3.
Go in the middle.
Yeah, a similar question to what Chris just asked, the idea of not just pitching in the playoffs, but to do that first one in Seattle for the first playoff game they've had in town in 21 years, and it's you on the mound for that one. How cool is that part of it?
It's exciting, especially for the fans too. It'd be great to see how the stadium's filled up, the crowd. I'm just really, super grateful to get that start and, bring some playoff baseball back to Seattle.
Go in the front row with Daniel.
Hey, George, how has your routine and preparation at all changed maybe over the past 2 weeks when you went to the bullpen role in Toronto and then, kind of figured that you would rejoin the rotation for this series?
Yeah. Wasn't throwing as many bullpens, kind of just doing throwing each day, getting ready to go out in the bullpen. Just Skip said, just be ready for whatever moment. So just getting loose every inning, trying to stay ready. It wasn't a whole lot different. I've done it before. It's just been a while. So, it was actually kind of cool to be back in that situation.
Go on the right with Corey.
George, not to beat a dead horse, but it feels like we haven't brought up your workload questions in a long time. But you have not just pushed past your innings limit from last year, you've completely obliterated it at this point. I'm just curious, physically, how you feel at this point. Your stuff doesn't look like it's suffered at all, stamina-wise and all that. But how have you sort of handled all that?
Yeah, I feel great. I think I've been just doing a great job recovering during the week, focus on my breathing and, just trying to get ready for each start or, bullpen appearance. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more than I've ever thrown before. I felt it in certain starts, but, I've been able to find that, last bit of energy when I needed it, and my body's been feeling great, so I'm ready to keep going.
We'll stay on the right with Adam.
Yeah, George, just looking back to Saturday in Toronto, what was that experience like for you, looking back a little bit, and how valuable can that be going into Saturday's start, sort of getting that first one out of the way?
Yeah, I was super pumped to get in that game. It didn't seem likely that I was going to throw that game, but we got a lot of fight in us, and everyone believed in that bullpen that we were going to come back in that game. So yeah, blood was flowing. I was super amped up. It's just really cool to make my first save in the postseason. I don't know. It's just a lot of emotions, and just glad I got it done.
Go in the front with Daniel.
George, you talked about taking something away from each start. You only made one outing against the Astros back in July. What can you kind of take away from that and to bring into your start on Saturday?
I just got to, I'm still going to be trying to throw strikes as much as I can, but I think it's going to be more quality and, strategic strikes. Trying to hit the corners more often. Get in the zone early. That way I can use my off-speed late and count. Just try and keep them off balance. And when they get a guy on base, they're swinging. They're looking to get that guy in. So I just got to do what I can do to limit some good swings and just, like I said, keep them off balance.
We'll go in the back with Alyssa.
George, I'm just curious if there's anyone in on the Mariners team this year that's been really instrumental in helping you with either mentality or how to take on this role, especially either if it is earlier in the season or if it's later on, like as you're heading into this postseason appearance?
Robbie's been great. He's been playing for a while. He's just instilled a lot of confidence. He's always talking to me after a good or bad start, just trying to, throw ideas off each other, stuff like that. But Anna Bernero, mental skills guy, he's been huge for me. Breath work's been great, and that really allows me to just control myself on the mound and, not make the moments too big and just be able to be even keel and, stay chilled out and, find some velo when I need it and do some different breathing stuff there. But yeah, those guys have been great.
On the right with Corey.
George, I have to ask, are your boys going to be at T-Mobile Park? Ticket price has probably gone up a little bit here, and
Yeah.
as I imagine the ask on you to hook those guys up. But what are you expecting there?
Yeah, I helped out most of my family with the tickets, but I have heard from my buddies, so there will be a crew there. Not as big as the first time, but it'll be. I'm just really glad they're coming out and supporting me.
Going back, Larry.
George, you've twice mentioned breathing. Is that a technique you use to what, calm down, or what is it you're referring to?
Yeah, your breath kind of controls everything in your body. Makes me be more aware. It makes me think better on the mound. Controls my body, how I'm moving. It's just super important to, be aware of that and have that under control, because if you're not breathing well on the mound, you may not be thinking well, you're rushing, all that kind of stuff takes place. So being able to get a really good control of your breath has been super important for me the last couple of years.
Anyone else for George? All right, thanks for coming in, George.
Thank you.